Welcome to the Science Lab, where we answer the question, will it go or will it blow? I go camping a lot. I use these water filters to get clean, potable water out of wild sources. I depend on these filters for my life. I could get very sick from drinking bad water, and these filters have always come through. But are they going to work? Are they going to work properly next time I get them out of the closet to go camping? Now, I store them very carefully per manufacturer's instructions. However, next year when camping season starts, I have no idea whether this is going to work. Today we'll look at a simple home test that you can do with materials that you can buy at a grocery store that can absolutely test whether one of these filters is good to go. Now, these filters are designed to filter out 0.1 micron particles. That's smaller than most bacteria and most of the harmful things that you'll find in wild water that could make you sick. It turns out that cornstarch mixed in cold water has particles that are between 5 and 15 microns. It is easily detectable in water. It makes the water kind of cloudy. And if you really want to be absolutely sure, you can drop a little iodine, which is easily obtained at any good pharmacy, and it will turn purple in the presence of cornstarch. So here we have a very simple home test. I decided to try it out on an older filter that had not been stored properly, so I was maybe going to throw it away anyway, not being able to trust it. But now I know that it will stop a particle the size of 5 to 15 microns, and it produces clear, clean water with no detectable cornstarch if I pour cornstarch through it. Now, the materials we're going to use today include cornstarch, just standard off-the-shelf cornstarch from a grocery store, iodine from the pharmacy section, stainless steel pan, a measuring cup, 1 cup measure, and a tablespoon measure. We're going to mix up a solution of cornstarch. This is going to be 1 tablespoon of cornstarch for 2 cups of clean water. You can use distilled water. You can probably use tap water, but it's best to do science experiments with the purest water you can find. I happen to have an RO filter on my water system, which produces water almost as pure as distilled water. So I used RO water for this particular test, just so I'm using the purest water I can easily find. I'm using equipment that has previously been completely cleaned and sterilized per manufacturer's instructions. This involves putting a mild bleach solution through my, quote, dirty water bag. This is the water bag that you would put wild water into. I've flushed and sterilized my water filter per manufacturer's instructions. This is slightly different from one manufacturer to another. However, for the most part, you're taking a special syringe and you're forcing clear water backwards through the filter against the arrow that shows the direction of normal water flow until you get good, clean water out of that filter. Now, I set this up with a bag filled with 2 cups of cornstarch water, and then began to filter it through the water filter device. Immediately found clear, clean water with no cloudiness. I then was able to take iodine, which turns purple in the presence of cornstarch, and drop a few drops of iodine in the water. It turns a red color. I don't see the characteristic purple color that I see when I drop even a few drops of cornstarch in this output water. So I can be very, very confident that we've absolutely made pure, clean water that will filter out a 5-micron particle. And I believe that shows us that this water filter is still good enough to take into the wild and trust that I'm going to get good, clean water out of it. Now, I started out with a water filter that had not been stored properly. I don't trust this filter anymore because I got it from a friend that didn't have any idea how to store it. So I wasn't really sure that this water filter was good. So I figured, well, if I clog it up with this cornstarch, nothing lost. I probably should throw it away anyway. But I find it did not clog at all. I was able to flush the cornstarch right out of it and have good flow in this water filter. So yes, now I really do trust that this water filter can keep me from getting sick in the wild.